Hey everybody, Future here. We are back with another video. This one is going to be a little different. We're looking at Dragonite today. I love Dragonite. I think he's a pretty powerful Pokemon. He's an OG Gen 1er, and he's pretty good in the OU tier. He's obviously in OU for a reason. There's a lot of reasons that I really do enjoy using him. However, obviously there's always some issues with every Pokemon, but let's start with what's great. So what I have up here right now are some stats for Mega Charizard, but there's Azumarill Choice Band. Looking here at a plus 2. Actually, let's go down to neutral first. So at neutral, you can't really kill Azumarill, but if you notice, Play Rough actually doesn't always kill Dragonite. And if he hits you with Play Rough, you're actually going to go to plus 2. And E-Speed originally, and then another E-Speed after that, still going to take him out with a weakness policy. I guess I should just get into what my set is. My personal set is multi-scale with weakness policy, and I run Roost, Dragon Claw, Dragon Dance, and E-Speed. Great set. I find you can set up very quickly with the multi-scale, get at least +1 speed, because speed is one of Dragonite's huge drawbacks, and once you can get +1, maybe even +2 speed, along coupled with the E-Speed, nothing is going to stand up to Dragonite here. Except for chip damage. One of Dragonite's biggest weaknesses is taking any sort of chip damage, especially when I'm running the Roost set in particular, because a big portion of it eventually draws into baiting your opponent into the weakness policy, which some players are going to see and play around, but that's not even the bigger issue. It's weather effects, and it's any type of environmental hazard when Dragonite is coming in, and it breaks the multi-skill, which is a huge issue. You need that multi-skill when you're coming in, which makes Dragonite a really powerful win condition. However, he needs a lot of support to get to that point. And in that sort of case, he's going to you need a spinner with him or a defogger. And you need to be comfortable enough to take him into the match. And a big threat like Azumarill is, I mean, there's I don't know what the actual percentage of that chance of knockout would be, but it actually says 12% of the time Azumarill will knock him out with one hit. Which, I mean, obviously you don't want to go right into that, but at the same time, that's 85% of the time that you're going to actually take out that Azumarill if you're at full health. And that's a pretty huge threat. And that's really where it comes down to Dragonite. He can take on Pokemon that he's supposed to be bad against because of the multi-skill, because taking any sort of damage is going to only boost him. Even if you look at someone like Raikou, Calm Mind, let's go Specs. Specs is a really big damage one. Calm Mind, an OU Specs set, which doesn't have Calm Mind. What am I saying? With Specs, and he's only going to be doing 66% of your health with the damage. Now, in this case, it tells you that you're going to be using Outrage or Earthquake to take him out in one hit. But even if you go for the E-Speed here, that's one E-Speed and another right after the bat. Now, we're still at the +2, unfortunately, so let's go to neutral here. This is where, unfortunately, E-Speed looks like it's going to be weak, but if he hits you with the Ice Beam, the next one is going to be that much more powerful. And E-Speed's going to build up, especially if you can get one Dragon Dance off, you'll be at +3. Now, +3 Dragonite is really the ideal win condition. And that at that point, your only susceptibility really is to chip damage from weather, because I find that using E-Speed is the safest bet. Nothing can really switch in on you except for a Ghost type and maybe some Steel types that are going to resist it. But again, once you're at that +3 point, you're going to be 2 or 3 hitting anything in the metagame. And that's again where he's just so powerful. But the huge reliance is that your team is built around making sure the field is clear when Dragonite comes in. Especially getting anything else up on your side is going to be beneficial too. Getting any of that chip damage yourself. If you've got rocks yourself, it's going to actually turn down some of these turns into... Some of them are just going to be one hits or just taking them out with the rest of them. So in that case, you really got to be saving Dragonite for your back pocket. And he'll win you games at that point. His only major drawback is stab ice type. If they have an ice type Pokemon with an ice type move, you're gonna be hurting. I don't think he can survive any OU Pokemon that actually has ice type as their primary typing. Kyurem Black, I'm almost certain. Oh wow, I cannot type Kyurem Black to fix this. Kyurem Black, OU, let's go Wall Breaker. That's a pretty good set that I like. That Ice Beam is gonna do 246. So again, you've got to be taking into account what's on the field as well. I think actually Mega Latios or any of the... Let's check the Latios set here quickly. Life Orb, Calm Mind, Draco Meteor is going to take you out a lot of the time. It's actually what? The Life Orb attacker. Yeah, these Draco Meteors, they won't actually kill you. If you notice, they're not 100%, which is very crucial for you. But it also means that you have a chance if you've taken any damage. Because E-Speed, I mean, you're at neutral right now, so at +2, yeah, you're going to actually be able to crush pretty fast with the E-Speed. Again, I almost feel like E-Speed is the better move, and having Earthquake as opposed to Dragonite's Stab Attack, Outrage, or Dragon Claw is going to actually be the more beneficial. Some sets prefer that you run the Lumberry with the Outrage, but I find that when you do that, you leave yourself in for extreme predictability. E-Speed is much harder to play around as opposed to Outrage. If they have a Fairy type or a Steel type that can take it, they're gonna know. Whereas Outrage or having the E-Speed plus Earthquake is going to give you a little bit more options into playing around them. It's going to make it so that you're going to be a lot better off with the Dragonite going to be able to attack. At the end of the day, I really just wanted to make this video outlining some of Dragonite's strengths, a little bit of his weaknesses when you're playing with him, and how you're going to play around that. And I just think that he's a lot of fun to use, especially when you get beefed up and nothing can stand in the way. That's makes him feel really powerful and just really potent when you can finally get that set up, that the Dragonite dream, I guess we could call it. And it's just so much fun, and I do recommend you try it out. So if you check out the stream, I think we'll actually be making Dragonites shortly to be giving out, because a little bit of a end card here right away is that I want to be setting up other people to play more competitively. I think a huge portion of the community doesn't get into competitive because there's just not the available Pokemon, and some people don't have access to genning or creating their own Pokemon for battle without taking a lot of time. And I kind of want to resolve that by giving out more Pokemon and probably just streaming more in general, so I can get those Pokemon out there. And hopefully other people will start doing the same, because battling is really fun. Even though I lose a lot, I still know what's going on, even though I do lose quite a bit. And it's just a lot of fun. And I mean, at the end of the day, that's kind of, I feel like, why a lot of people got into Pokemon, is the battling, going from place to place and getting those really powerful Pokemon. And when you're playing the game originally, it feels cool to have Pokemon that are so powerful. And I think Dragonite still fits that bill in competitive, to really just sweep a team with one Pokemon. I find a lot of the cases you're just kind of chipping away at each other and back and forth, and that can definitely be fun and entertaining at the same time, because it feels more strategic. But yeah, every now and then you just kind of want to get a big big sweeper in there, and that is what Dragonite is all about. So hopefully in the next team you'll be building, you'll give Dragonite an extra look. And until next time, I will see you in the future.